So as we begin logarithms, the question is, what is a logarithm? There are a lot of answers to that, and hopefully we get several that are good, but one answer could be notation that describes a particular relationship between numbers. This video is designed to look at that relationship. So I want to start by looking at what are called fact families in the context of different relationships in math. So when we analyze the expression 5 minus 3, of course we all sort of know what it is, but when you first are looking at what that means, it's really, in a sense, the number that when added to 3 gets 5. So 5 minus 3 equals 2 in a certain respect. Make that look like a minus, simply because it's 2 that you add to 3 to get 5. So I want to do this kind of thing in a couple of different places, and ultimately I'm hoping to get to where we see logarithms in this sort of way. So that was subtraction, and let me now look at division. So when we look at 24 divided by 6, this is how many times 6 goes into 24, or what times 6 gets 24. That's another way to look at it. So that's, in a certain way, why 24 divided by 6 is 4, because it's 6 times 4 that gets 24, and that fact family sort of gives you the sense of what the division means in a way. And so let's keep going, and then we're getting closer to where we are in our class. So when I look at the square root of 9, when you first go, okay, what the heck is that little radical symbol? What does that mean? And this is the positive number that when squared that's why it's called the square root, that when squared gets 9. So the square root of 9, we're being careful because it's an even index. It's an even root, a square root or a fourth root or a sixth root. So we have to say positive number. But square root of 9 is positive 3. Since 3 is the positive number that you square to get 9, and similarly, just to do an odd index, the cube root of 8 is negative 2, simply because negative 2 cubed equals negative 8. And 16 to the 1/4, the fourth root of 16, that's positive 2, because positive 2 is the positive number that you raise to the 4th power to get 16. So all right, now we're to the punchline. I recommend you play with this particular page a lot because we're still on rational exponents, and I kind of switched between radical notation and fraction exponent notation, but now we're going to get to what is a logarithm. And so here's more formally what a logarithm is. So the first time I answered this question, it was more like in practice what it looks like. But what is a logarithm? So the logarithm, base b of some number a, and maybe I should call that number n since it's a number, of some number n really is the exponent we raise b to, we raise the base b to get the number n. That's what it means. It's the exponent. So a logarithm is an exponent. That's first and foremost. A logarithm is an exponent. So the logarithm base b of n is the exponent we raise the base b to get the number n. So for example, the logarithm base 2 of 8 is 3, since 3 is the exponent I raised 2 to get 8. And so this starts to be a little bit confusing, because let me do a couple of these fact families in another video. So I'm going to stop this one here and do a part 2 where we play around with these exponentials in kind of two different ways.